welcome to our next video for our 2020 Vision event. I'm Melody.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are talking to you today about the question, so what is God saying to you? Now, you may have noticed that in every video that we film, we ask that question. We ask it of ourselves, and we ask it to you. So why do we do that? Why is that such an important question?
Let me tell you another story. That when I was a student, I shared a flat with a friend of mine, and we used to go together to the church prayer meeting. It wasn't every Saturday afternoon, I think it was fortnightly or maybe even monthly. And I remember walking back with her from the church home, and she would frequently ask me, "So Rachel, what is God saying to you?" And to begin with, I used to just shrug my shoulders and ignore the question, and then say, "Well, I don't know." But she was persistent and kept asking me this question. And so I began to think, well, maybe I ought to ask God, well, what are you saying to me? And take notice. And so it's one of those questions that ever since has left an impression on me. And I keep sort of frequently remembering or trying to remember to ask.
But why is that important? So what has the impact been from you asking that question?
Well, when I began to take it seriously, it began to change me and change my approach to things. So I would know that she was going to not give up asking the question. So I used to begin to think, well, I need to have something to say back to her. How am I going to, I can't just carry on shrugging my shoulders and ignoring the question. So I began, it changed the way I began to approach worship. And the way I began to approach particularly the prayer meeting, but also my own prayer life. It wasn't just asking God to bless so-and-so and help me in this situation, but began to make sense to ask that question in my own prayer life. Well, Lord, what are you saying to me? What do you want me to do? What are you calling me to be? And so not just my approach to my prayer life and to worship, but how I read scripture, how I just went about being Rachel in everyday life. And it just seemed to change me and change everything around me.
So what is God saying to you? If you're watching this in your church or in a meeting, in a group with people, can we encourage you just to pause the video now and ask one another that question? And if you're brave enough, share with each other, share with your neighbour, what is God saying to you right now about church, about life, about yourself, about who God is. And if you're watching on your own, do the same thing, pause it and just spend a few moments with God in quiet and ask God, what are you saying to me right now, God? What is that message that you've got for me?
So Melody, 2020 Vision, 29th of February, 2020, it's the place to be.
It is the place to be. We can't wait to see you. Please do book in through Eventbrite, join our Facebook group page if you've got Facebook, and look out for our following videos. So remember, what is God saying to you? Why is that an important question? Because it changes everything.